The Nigeria Union of Journalists Delta State Council, led by the chairman, Comrade Churchill Oyowe, paid a working visit to Oshimili South Local Government Council on Wednesday, August 6. The visit was part of the union's ongoing project assessment initiative aimed at evaluating the progress of various projects in Delta State's 25 local government areas. During the visit, the local council chairman, Honorable High Chief Obi Kelvin Ezenyili, showcased the council's achievement over the past year, reaffirming his commitment to fulfilling promises made to the people of Oshimili South.
For infrastructural development, thus far, we've constructed and commissioned the Oyowe Event Center, which we did last year. It was, by the grace of God, commissioned by the wife of our dear governor of the state, Mrs. Oyowe. We've had groundbreaking and completion of open stores in the new modern foodstuff market in Cable Point. The idea of this is we are doing the entire market, but we'll first commission the open stores so that it serves as a makeshift for the people that are domiciled there before we now build the main structure. Construction and completion of the Oshimili South Local Government Plaza, that's the old Bont Obogonogo market. We've entered a PPP arrangement with Dada Global and finished construction. His Excellency also have given approval for the commissioning next month. Construction and 60% completion of a new administrative secretariat office complex. We've made provision for 150 kVA generator for the entire secretariat. We've provided 500 kVA transformer to residents of Oyowe Street. That has been provided and also commissioned. Acquisition of 3 acres of land for the provision of a cemetery on a public-private partnership. That's also ongoing. Groundbreaking of an ultra-modern event center at the council-owned arcade ground at Saba here. For primary healthcare, this administration has remained focused and committed to providing adequate healthcare services to the people, which include but not limited to adequate sensitization exercises, participation and monitoring of diseases such as neglected tropical diseases like Lassa fever, cholera, measles, and administration of vaccines. And the council has supported its primary healthcare activities within the period with over 10 million naira and is set to renovate and furnish some selected primary healthcare centers across the local government. And I must also use this opportunity to thank our amiable Vice Chairman for your constant communication with the health sector and your constant representation. You've done marvelously well. Thank you very much. For environmental sanitation, we as a council have been actively involved in the environmental sanitation of the local government through various initiatives and campaigns. This administration has ensured it collaborated with community leaders, residents, and stakeholders in ensuring consistent monthly environmental sanitation exercise in order to keep Asaba clean and healthy. Within the provision of a dump site, effective waste management and continuous public awareness campaign, the local government will be transformed into a model city. For youth empowerment, financial empowerment, during this period in focus, this administration flagged off from the first tenure up to date, flagged off a 50 million empowerment program benefiting 500 youths of Oshimili South local government, whether you are indigenous or non-indigenous, as long as you have something you are doing and the sum of 100,000 can benefit your little business, you can benefit and be engaged in the empowerment program. The ripple effect is a rise in small-scale businesses, which has fostered entrepreneurship and created economic independence across households with overwhelming testimonies. Just December, we also did the 2024 cycle, which was also flagged up by Her Excellency, with a sum of 50 million. Each beneficiary was given 100,000 naira each. Advanced digital skill acquisition. As part of our policy to foster youth empowerment and digital transformation, we had introduced an advanced digital skill acquisition program, which is the first of its kind in the state. And to achieve this, we partnered with the founder of Design Africa, Ambassador Jory Folodu Ogenekaro, a tech expert, to embark on a comprehensive training of youth cut across the 11 wards of the local government. This training will be in phases, with the first phase involving the training and empowerment of 23 youth from the 11 wards of the local government for a period of 5 months to acquire high-demand digital skill IT. Part of the things that they are going to come out and embrace after the training will be web development, 3D animation and motion graphics, video editing, graphic and magazine design, photo editing techniques, e-marketing and digital advertising strategies, advanced AI programming, drone flying and aerial photography, movie production design and directing. To actualize this free digital empowerment initiative, this administration had presented 23 free Apple MacBook laptops to the interns with a charge to embrace this opportunity with discipline and commitment. However, for us to know their consistency and seriousness, we've also informed them that any of them, because in the end of the training for the 5 months, they're going to be giving an international exam, of course, to showcase what they've learned, that any of them that do not meet up to the standard of the international exam, the Apple laptop will be withdrawn from that person, because we do not want a situation whereby the 2026 cycle will be diminished because of the frontiers of the program. We want them to be landmark trainees at the end of the section, and by passing the exam, they are giving hope to the next batch of people to be enrolled in the program. For security, the safety and well-being of the people is a fundamental responsibility of any government, and this is paramount to this administration. Recently, we have all witnessed an increase in crime, which is undoubtedly connected with the state of the economy, influx of criminals from the neighboring states, and coupled with the challenges of our security infrastructure, which has been a major concern of the local government rights from the inception of my previous administration. This administration within this period has achieved the following feats in the area of security. The creation of Security Trust Fund, where people can support, and is on partnership. It's not controlled by the local government. There's a committee, especially that controls the Security Trust Fund, to enable us checkmate the menace of threats within the local government and beyond. Establishment of Security Trust Fund, which would follow up on the committee of the Security Trust Fund. We purchased security vehicles and motorbike. When we flagged up the security task force, we ensured that security vehicles were made available for them and motorbikes for rural communities. Installation of CCTV cameras, which we have also done, and we're also discussing with His Excellency to enable us kickstart the installation of CCTV cameras within the Asaba Capital Territory, so that it boils a signal for people to have that sense of belonging, that we're not just working, of course, with the police, the army, and the vigilantes. There is also a constant security checkpoint which you can always revert to in case of emergencies or threats. Raiding of drug dealers 10. I want to also use the opportunity to thank the task force of the drug enforcement, which was set up by and in partnership with the Palace of the Asawa of Asaba, Professor Epifani Azinge. The last week raid was resourceful, and we are going to ensure that those people are brought to justice, so that anybody that is having that mindset of continuing in drug peddling will know that the local government has been able to stand up to tackle this, because we don't want our people to be involved in drug related matters. The new emergency security number 7745 has also been launched by this local government, and I want to also inform us that a lot of results, it had yielded a lot of results. Just 2 weeks after the launching, We've apprehended people within the coca houses and the constant theft in the Oyowe area, because it's a toll-free line 7745, but it must also just be dialed when there are security threats. It's not just to be dialed for fun and tell policeman how are you, how is your family. It is to checkmate insecurity within the local government, and it's 24 hours and it's completely toll-free. We're able to get the approval from the NCC Nigeria, and we're working in partnership with Glo, MTN, and Airtel, and it's been very effective so far. For revenue generation, in a bid to provide a more developed, transparent, and accountable revenue collection, targeted at increasing the revenue base and stop all leakages occurring from the collection of tenements within council sphere of operation, we decided to partner with Oyowe Technology Limited, a software developer and technology expert, to assist in ensuring revenue according to the local government are paid directly to the council account via digital method. Other areas, this administration has further engaged in rendering both financial and welfare provision to various individuals and sectors as follows: provision of financial assistance to indigent students, physically challenged persons, religious and academic institutions, distribution of rice during the Yuletide season or festive period to all wards in the local government, provision of periodic payment of staff claim has also been constant. Financial assistance to staff of the council, defrayment of debt by past administration. We've also done a lot in ensuring that we defray a lot of debt that was owed by past administration. As we all know, that government is a continuum. So this government is ensuring that all hands are on deck to ensure that we continue in that line. Despite this achievement by the council, there are certain key areas, especially in the area of security, that are still experiencing challenges, which this administration will tackle within the forthcoming years. Of course, this includes because we are lacking maritime policing infrastructure, which we've also discussed with His Excellency the Governor, and he's putting modalities in place to enable for the state holistically to tackle the issue of maritime security. Interstate and cross-border criminal movement is still, catchy, but we're doing a lot, especially within the Delta North Security Council and Delta State Security Council, which is the Algon at large. We're also trying to see how we can narrow it down to the Oshimili sector, because we all know now that's where we're having, a lot of the influx of these unwanted persons that indulge in kidnapping. So we're also discussing on how to hold meeting as an Oshimili Council Chairman, the House members, the PGs. I think they have about 44 PGs within an Oshimili. We're planning to have a holistic security meeting with them so that any decision that is reached in terms of probably entering the forest, it will be done simultaneously at the same time so that there can be nip on the board. Youth vulnerability and recruitment by criminal network is still there, but we're doing also a lot with the creation of the drug enforcement task force. As soon as we are able to, benchmark the issue of drug-related crimes, we'll be able to also curtail this proliferation of drug dens, which the task force is already ensuring that they are brought to book. Prostitution by the girl child is also one of the things, not just in Oshimili South or in Delta State, of course in Nigeria, but in Oshimili South and the state in particular, we're also trying to see how we can benchmark it. Combating street urchins is also one of the things that, we're trying to see how we can checkmate.